Okay, so we are doing yoga sculpt tonight. It's a combination between yoga poses, and then we'll add some light weights in there as well. So I use 3-pound weights. Honestly, I could probably use 2-pound weights and that would be just fine, but just use whatever you have. If you have soup cans or you do have light weights, great. Another thing I have is just something to bring the ground a little bit closer. So we're kind of up and down a lot with yoga sculpt. So sometimes it's actually kind of nice to put your weights down on like a chair or something that's like halfway. Let's see. And then you need a space to do your exercises. You can have a mat or a towel or wherever you're comfortable. That's fine. And that's about it. So let's get started. We'll start down in child's pose. So go ahead and make your way down to child's pose here. All right, so we have big toes together. Knees are wide or together, whichever one is working for you today. And just sink down here and see what you can do to push your chest just a little bit forward. So again, we're working on that area that's between our shoulder blades. There we go. And just take this time to arrive on your mat and start to just manifest those thoughts, those things that are, those tools that we have within us that are going to get us through this practice. And always know that child's pose is always available to you at any time you want this. So start to even out the breath. Here we go. Nice. All right. On your inhale, go ahead and push up to tabletop pose and then start your cow pose and your cat poses. So we're warming up the spine. Nice. So we can drop the belly in our cow pose, arch the back in our cat pose. And with sculpt, we try to keep moving. So take a look over one shoulder, take a look over the other shoulder. See what ways you can work your spine. Maybe it needs a little bit something extra that you don't usually give to it. So maybe angle your hips a little bit differently, angle your shoulders just a bit differently here. There we go. Get nice and warm. Nice. So return to tabletop pose here. Bring your right leg out behind you. Go ahead and flex the foot. And then when you're ready, bring your left arm in front of you. So we're in bird dog position. And we're bracing the core all the way from our hips up to our shoulders. And so in this pose, let's see, what is it? Our right hip wants to come up, doesn't it? And then our left hip wants to go down. Work to even those out, even if it's just a little millimeter. There we go. Take a breath in, lengthen out here. Exhale, squeeze everything in. And go ahead and bring your navel up to your spine. On your inhale, reach out long. And then return back to tabletop pose. Let's do that on the other side. So we'll bring our left leg out long. Oh dear, I'm gonna have to move that right now. Left leg is out long. Right arm is forward, like we're shaking someone's hand, if we remember how to do that. Good. And then go ahead, work on your hips here. See what feels right. See what you can adjust. Take a breath in. Exhale, squeeze it all in, navel to spine, elbow to knee, round the back. Inhale, come back out to bird dog pose. Exhale, come down to tabletop. Nice. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back. We've got downward facing dog. And go ahead and pedal this one out. So don't extend, but so we're working on the calf muscles here, right and left. Take what you need here. But keep moving, move around here. There we go. On your inhale, rise to your toes, take a look forward. Exhale, forward fold, top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to mountain. Interlace all but your pointer fingers. Take a half moon to the right. Breathe out. Inhale, reach up high. Half moon to the left. Breathe out. Good. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold all the way through. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step your feet back to high plank. Knees can come down if you'd like. We're going to be here for 20 seconds. So I'm going to bring my knees down. Time starts 5 seconds ago, so you're already 5 seconds in here. Square your shoulders. You've got one line from your neck all the way down to either your knees or your toes, whatever's on the ground. Brace the core. Make it easy on your lower back. There we go. All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down to the belly. Shave the sides with your elbows here. On your inhale, arch your back, up dog or cobra. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do that 2 more times. On your inhale, rise to toes. Take a look forward. Exhale, top of your space. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up high. Interlace all but your pointer fingers. Exhale, half moon to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, half moon to the left. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. All right. Inhale, halfway lift. Here we go again. Exhale, plant your hands. Take your high plank. And then stay in high plank. You can bring your knees down if you'd like. If you'd like another option here, we're going to be here for about 30 seconds this time. If you'd like another option, you can bring your knees down, send your feet up. If you'd like, you can start bringing in one knee at a time. So kind of a slow mountain climber. So one of the things that we like to do in Sculpt is to really work the muscles slowly but intentionally, right? So we're squeezing all the time. And we're not really moving that much, working that hard, but we're putting that tension in our muscles and really, really making it effective for us. Good. So we've got 5 here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down to the belly. Shave your elbows with your sides. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise to toes, take a look forward. Exhale, top of your space, forward fold. All right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain. Interlace all but the pointer fingers. Exhale, half moon to the right. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, half moon to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Last time here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank. Plant your hands. Send your feet back. We'll be in high plank again for 30 seconds. You can add the mountain climbers if you'd like. You can bring your knees down if you'd like. If you're on your toes, you can rock back and forth to take your mind off of the fact that you're in a plank for 30 seconds, because that kind of sucks. So we're over halfway done here. We've got 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds of your life here in plank. Good. So we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shave the elbows down the side all the way down to the belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal this one out. We got nice and warm here. Here we go. On your inhale, lift your right leg up for 3-limb dog. Exhale, bring it through for low lunge. Grab your weights on your way up and come up to crescent lunge. Weights just down at your sides. Good. So we've got our front knee bent, our back knee is bent. We're right in the middle of this pose. And let's start to lunge. Here we go. All right. So we're lunging. We've got our weights at our sides. Let's go ahead and add some shoulders here. So I'm going to move my arms to goalpost pose here and start to lift. There we go. So my elbows are not coming down past my shoulders. Nice. And I'm almost in like a hammer curl pose. So I've got the head of the weight are facing my shoulders, kind of in the same plane there. So in Sculpt, we've got lots of options here. We can take the arms out here. We can take the legs out here. We can slow it down. We can make it quicker. Lots and lots of things to do. All right. Not much longer here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights down. Scooch in just a little bit here. Lean forward. You've got your weights at your sides. And give me a chest fly. All right. So I'm going to turn kind of diagonally here. My feet are in their own lane, like I would be in crescent lunge. Where was I? There we go. And I brought the weights right in front, almost to my knee. And I'm leaning forward. My core is braced. Nice. And I'm performing this chest fly. Nice. We've got, again, lots of options. If you want to switch to one arm at a time, you can do that. If you want to lose the weights completely, just move your arms, go for it. If you want to stand up straight, absolutely go for it. This is working 2 sets of muscles, and I can tell because I'm totally out of breath. So those great big muscles in our legs, and then those great big muscles in our back. So pretty much all of the large muscles are working right now, especially the ones in our legs and our deltoids in our back, for sure. There we go. All right. Not much longer here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to the top of the mat. So we're coming down to chair pose. Sink down here. Let the weights fall behind. We've got our tailbone tucked. Wiggle your toes so we know that we're on our heels here. Bring the weights so your elbows are right up next to your sides. And begin with that tricep kickback. There we go. So in Sculpt, when we do the exertion with the weights, that's what we want to exhale. So we can move with our own breath here, just like we do in yoga. But as soon as okay, so we're always talking about the tools that we need in yoga, right? That's one tool. Breath is a huge thing that I think just really helps with both yoga and then also yoga Sculpt. Because you can gather all your power with that inhale. And then exhale, let it all go. All right, I'm going to switch to one arm at a time. There we go. Keep moving here. We've got a cardio burst coming up next. So in 10 seconds here, we're going to either run in place, we're going to march in place if we're doing low impact. All right, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights back down to the ground, and you've got 30 seconds. So we can march, we can run. Those of you who know me know I don't leave the ground, so I'm marching. Here we go. So the purpose of the cardio burst is just to get that heart rate up, right? So we keep moving. We keep going. We've got a water break coming up pretty quick. We've got one more exercise here. Nice. How are we doing? Okay, 15 seconds down. Keep with the jogging in place. Keep with the marching. Maybe give it a step touch if you'd like. Doesn't really matter. Just keep on moving. All right. Okay, we've got 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, pick the weights up. Come to a horse pose. So we have a wide squat, and we're just going to stay static in this squat right here and give me some serving trays. So with serving trays, we're moving from our shoulder and our elbows. We're sinking down in horse pose, and see what you can do about getting your knee a little bit further over your ankle. A lot of times our knees want to come in, right, with horse pose. See what you can do to push those out. Really work those inner thighs. Here we go. And then the weight is just staying in that horizontal plane so it's level to the ground. Lose the weight if you want, lose the legs if you want. It all works. All right. All right, we've just got 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights down. I'm gonna set them on my chair. Okay. Shake your legs out. Water is almost here. Well, you can take water whenever you want to. Come back into that horse pose. Bring your arms behind your head. Make sure we're not pushing on the neck. Just kind of rest them there. And we're going to start with an oblique crunch from side to side. Here we go. So 30 seconds of an oblique crunch. Really feel that squeeze as you bring your hip or your ribs down to your hip. Nice. And we're still in horse pose. So our legs are static, our legs are strong. There we go. Nice. Make sure to do a double check. Take your fingers away from your head. So adding the arms up high makes it just a little bit more challenging. So if you'd like, you can bring your arms down low, reach with your arms. So that feels pretty good. There we go. All right. Oh, not long here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in. Go ahead and grab some water. Keep moving. Okay. Let's see, what's next? What's next? All right. Okay. All right, just a few more drinks of water. Bring the weights. You can bring them down to the floor, down to your chair, whichever one is better for you right now. Come to the top of your mat. All right, here we go. On your inhale, mountain arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take high plank. Lower down to the belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. There we go. All right, on your inhale, this time the left leg goes up for 3-limb dog. Exhale, draw it through for low lunge. Grab the weights. On your inhale, come up to crescent lunge with your left side forward. So I've got both my weights here. Nice. Find my balance. There we go. Begin to lunge. We're just doing a static lunge right now. There we go. Nice. All right, so when we have the legs in, let's start with a shoulder press. So we bring our arms, so you guys can see me a little better here. So we're bringing our arms to goalpost. The elbows never come down below our shoulders. And when we lift up, add that shoulder press. There we go. All right. So same options, right? We can lose the weights, we can lose the legs, whatever one is working for you today. But starting here, let's start this process with our arms of really squeezing, oh my balance, and adding some tension, okay? So what I'm gonna do just to demonstrate here, I'm gonna take the legs out. So here we go. I'm still moving my arms. And I'm going to really squeeze. So I'm like taking forever and ever and ever to get my shoulder press up. And then I'm pulling down, almost like I'm pulling myself up like on a pull-up bar, which will never happen, but let's see. There we go. Squeeze and really create that tension. So like if my daughters came downstairs right now, I'd want them to think that these tiny pink weights were like 20 pounds. I don't think they believe me, but that's fine. That's fine. So what we're doing here is tricking our muscles into believing that they are actually loading more than they really are. So we're staying nice and safe with our 1 or 2 or 3 pound weights, or our no weights, right? But at the same time, our muscles think that we are just going crazy right now. Here we go. All right, last one here, up high, there it goes. All right, come on down. Okay, you can shake your shoulders out. I'm going to bring that back leg up a little bit, so I'm almost like in pyramid legs. We're gonna do that chest flagging, so bring your arms down. We've got a straight, flat back, and then start with the chest flag. I'm gonna do one arm at a time, because I'm talking and doing this at the same time. All right. So here we are in our chest fly. Our left leg and our right leg, they're extremely active right now. They're not moving, but they're balancing us. Bring your navel into your core. There we go. And just really focus here. This is kind of what we came here to do. About right now is when people are like, okay, this is kind of hard. And yeah, it's, you know, it's exerting and all of that, and we definitely want to be safe for sure. But sometimes this is why we unroll our mat. Here we go. All right, just 10 more seconds here. And I keep going one arm at a time. Nice. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Standing up high in Tadasana. Go ahead and shake your legs out. Bring your arms straight in front of you, but your weights are kind of at a W, okay? Well, they're not a W yet. They're at an angle. So we're going to bring a bicep curl into it. You can go ahead and move around, shake out your knees if you'd like, giving our legs a little bit of a break here. And squeeze up with your weights. Nice, get nice and comfy. As much as you can right now, for sure. All right. And one other thing I wanted to point out, so my arms are kind of at 45-degree angles with the weights. So my elbows are like really, really deep into my sides right now. Yeah, it's just working a little bit different muscle. Okay, I'm gonna turn to the side so you all can see me a little bit better there. So I've got ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, slight bend in my knees. There we go. All right, we're gonna switch it up a little bit now. So let's bring it all the way down, and then we're going to come just to halfway up. All the way down, halfway up. Here we go. All right, so pretty soon I'm gonna be starting my new thing, right? My breath and rhythm. We'll be doing sculpting classes, definitely during that time. So I should have a schedule up pretty soon. But one thing that I think is really important is kind of the other part of the name of breath and rhythm. And so it's that whole music aspect of yoga and why you come to class and what, you know, inspires you to, you know, work hard or stay motivated or anything like that. Anything that makes you feel good, anything that makes you feel inspired. So I'll be reaching out. I know the people who are here now, I'll be reaching out for some song requests for Spotify playlists. All right, and actually let's come all the way down, halfway up, and then start all the way up, halfway down. This one's a little tougher. All right, so alternate arms if you'd like to here. Our biceps are gonna be crazy. Always lose the weights if you want. Can always do that thing where you go really, really slow and squeeze your arms, and then really, really slow all the way down. Here we go, just a few more here. But I'm excited to build those playlists that people want to show up for. Just a few more here. All right, so we've got 3, 2, 1, nice. Go ahead and drop the weights. We've got another cardio burst. So I'm going to stand with my feet more than hips width distance apart. Choose a side, doesn't matter which one. Lunge back into a curtsy lunge. Step out, opposite leg. Lunge back to a curtsy lunge. There you go. Okay, so now we're off. So you can add a little bit of hop into this if you really want in the middle to get that heart rate up. I should look at my time. All right, 20 seconds. Keep going. Stay with your balance if you'd like, or if you'd like, you can kind of hop over to the other side before you give yourself that curtsy lunge. Here we go. I'm team low impact, so all good. Nice. We're working on the outer hips here. Great. All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, come down to chair pose. Bring your hands, so we're interlacing all but our pointer fingers here, and begin to chop to the right, up to chair, chop to the left. All right. After this is water. All right, so we've got 30 seconds of chopping here in chair. I'll turn to this side so you guys can see me too. Wiggle your toes. Start to think about anything else really besides what you're doing, right? Maybe this is the time to make some life decisions, I don't know. All right, we've got 10 seconds left. Keep going. 5 seconds of your life right here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, raise up. Go ahead and get some water. Keep moving. All right, perfect. Okay, nice. All right, finish up here. Go ahead and come to the top of your mat. All right, feet are apart. On your inhale, take a mountain pose. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step your feet back, take high plank. We're gonna stay here for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back to downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your right leg up for 3-limb dog. Exhale all the way through to low lunge. Grab your weights. Inhale, lift up to warrior 2 in the legs. Let's get some safe warrior 2 legs. Pinky side is down, front toes are forward. Come to an extended side angle. Lean your elbow on your knee, on your front knee, and begin to row. Good. So you can do this with 1 weight, you can do this with 2 weights, you can do this with no weights. But we're bringing in that rotation that comes right from the tailbone. And my elbow is just shaving my side as I'm coming through here. And my shoulders, here's my kitty cat. My shoulders are wrapping around and my chest is opening. Here we go. All right. Keep going. Good. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to a crescent lunge pose. And we're going to bring our weights so that the outside of the hands are facing outside. Okay, so the palms are facing within. Bring the back leg in a little bit here. From here, take a look, find your drishti, find your focal point, and scoot back a little bit. We're moving to warrior three. So coming forward with warrior three, balancing here, even out the hips. Good. And just here is plenty of exercise right here, because it takes a ton of muscles to get into a pose, but it takes a ton of different muscles to stay in that pose. If you need a little bit more, you can bring a little deadlift into it. By rolling your shoulders back and hinging at the hip, allowing the left leg to float up in the air, or it can stay on the ground. Yes. There we go. All right, not for long here. We've just got 10 more seconds of this. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Go ahead and shake that leg out. Move to warrior two on the opposite side. So on my left toes this time are facing the front of the mat, and the right pinky side is toward the back of the mat. Move into extended side angle and start that row. Here we go. So gripping the weight, but make it kind of loose, because we want all of the work with all of this to be in the core, to be in that twist. So again, we can use 1 weight, 0 weights, 2 weights, whatever you would like here. All right. Not much longer. Just 10 seconds. Think about the movement going around your spine, so your entire body is just rotating around your spine. We've got 3, 2, 1. Standing up here, we're planting the left foot. We're doing those deadlifts on the other side here. So bring your back leg in just a little bit here. Find your drishti, find your focal point right in front of you. And when you're ready, lift off into warrior three. Here we go. Square your hips, brace your core here. And if you'd like, you can add the hinge. So lifting it up. You can keep your toe on the ground, keep both feet on the ground. The upper back is strong here, supporting the extra weight of the weights in your hands. Here we go. Focus here. If you fall out of it, just get back into it. And like always, you can lose the weights. Do what you need to do here. All right. All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the weights down. We've got one last cardio burst here. So step touch. Good. And you can make these leaps if you would like to. You can do whatever you want to get your heart rate up. That's fine. I'm offering step touch here. But do what we gotta do, right? If we're marching, we're marching. If we're running, we're running. Whatever feels right, whatever feels like that's what you need today. Good. All right, 10 seconds to go. Maybe move the arms a little more, maybe move the legs a little more, bring it down. All right, we've got 3, 2, 1. No weights, come back down into that horse pose. Here we go. And we're going to just give it little pulses. Nice. So tiny pulses here in horse pose. All right. And then I liked that move earlier where we had our arms down. I know we started with our arms up, but let's try with our arms down this time. So we're going to lower, right, center, left. Center, right, center, left. Nice. Just keep going. So we've got a static hold in the legs. Keep going with your obliques. We're not here for much longer. We've just got 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Grab some water. Good. All right, keep moving. Shake it out a little bit here. Okay, let's come to the top of the mat. On your inhale, lift up to mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just come down to tabletop pose. And then make your way all the way down to your mat, all the way down to the side. So we're going to do our famous Farrah Fawcett position. So we're going to come up on our elbows, elbows under the shoulder. Bottom leg is long. And then our top leg crosses over. There we go. And we're going to start that lift and lower with our bottom leg. Flex the foot. So we actually get a little bit more resistance here. Here we go. Nice. So working the inner thigh and the outer thigh here. Be careful that we're keeping our ear away from our shoulders. So we're lifted up. Our chest is lifted here. Good. All right. 10 more seconds here. Flex your foot. All right. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. So we're on our elbow this time. Embrace your head with your hand here. This time we're focusing on the top leg. So raise it up just like maybe a foot or something like that. And begin to draw tiny circles in the air. All right, we'll be here for just a little bit. And then we'll even it out on the other side. Here we go. All right, go ahead and switch the direction of the circles. Let your brain catch up with that. Yeah, before you know it, you've got it. Here we go. So a lot of this is core work as well. So if we're kind of like scooching back or forth and maybe like leaning around and everything. All right, let's bring this down. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And let's switch sides. Give me that Farrah Fawcett on the other side. Oh my goodness. If you want, you can kind of chop at your leg a little bit. Get some motion in there. All right, coming on down. Elbow is underneath my shoulder. Bottom leg is static. Top leg is here. Flex the foot. Pretend like we have not just drawn circles with that. And lift and lower with your right leg underneath, or whatever leg is on the bottom. So as we're laying here, and then the next one as well. Ooh, this one's gonna burn out soon. We need to watch if we're kind of leaning forward or rocking back and forth. In this pose, yeah, we're moving our leg. But in this pose, a lot of the work is holding still from the hips all the way up to your head. So if you need to stop what you're doing with the leg and focus on lifting your chest here, bringing your ear away from your shoulder and staying still, and go for it. All right, 3, ouch, 2, 1. Bring it down. So brace your head with your hand here. Hold your arm in front, and we're going to start drawing those little circles with your top leg. Just lift it up just a little bit here. And these tiny circles can do a lot. This is also a part where some of that neurological yoga comes in, right? This is my left leg, I'm right-handed, and I'm not drawing very good circles, honestly. I would probably get an F in geometry class with these circles. So you can bring your brain into it a little bit here. Reverse those circles. See if those are any better. Not really. All right. Good. My foot is kind of pointed here because I am drawing those circles. Here we go. All right, not much longer here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit up. Go ahead and chop at your leg if you'd like. Get some blood moving here. Let's cool it down a little bit. All right. So just get to a comfortable seat. Let's take our let's get our ears above our shoulders, above our hips. Take your right arm, bring it across your chest. Make sure we're holding it above or below the elbow. Staying nice and safe here. Yeah. And then when you've got enough there, go ahead and bring the elbow up. If you need just a little bit more on the side, you can lean to the left. So sculpting is a little different. It's not a bad class. I like this one. All right, release this arm. Go ahead and bring your left arm across your chest, hanging on below or above the elbows. Here we go. Nice. And this is that time where you can kind of think about your intention and whether you found your intention, maybe found a different intention. Go ahead and bring it up, hanging on just below or above the elbow. You can give yourself an extra side stretch if you'd like. Yeah. Careful of your neck here. Lift up high. Bring your legs out front. You can shake them out a little bit here. Again, you can give them those karate chops. Working hard. All right. On your inhale, lift up. Exhale, just forward fold. Here we go. Give yourself a comfortable forward fold. We are cooling down here. We're not trying to get into any pose. We are just trying to give our muscles a little bit of length. All those lunges and those squats. Putting that muscle in your body. All right, sitting up here. Go ahead, let's spin around, let's lay down, get ourselves into waterfall pose. Entire back is on the ground, legs are up high, arms are up high. Bringing that energy back down to your organs, to your core. Start to bring those deep belly breaths into your practice. Signal to your brain it's time to cool it. You're not going to pick those weights up anymore. You're not going to squat anymore. Go ahead and bend your knees. Hang on to your feet. Take your happy baby. Give your lower back some love. Bring one leg out if you'd like, and the other. And when you're ready, when you have all your final movements out, lower your legs and let's take a small Shavasana. So in Sculpt, we take about a minute or so in Shavasana, taking some time to seal in our practice together. When it's time to come out of our Shavasana, I'll gently guide you. For just a little bit here, let's breathe. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana, then just stay right where you are. If you're ready to come back to your day, start to move your fingers, your toes, hands, feet. Roll onto one side. You can use your bicep as a pillow here. Take a moment to pause. See if you feel any new energy in that muscle, any muscle. Any new tingles? Does anything feel different? Let's take an inhale together. Exhale, push yourself up to a comfortable seat and let something go. We'll meet in that comfortable seat with our hands at heart center. Together, let's float our thumbs to our third eye, the space in between our brow, and bow in gratitude for this practice and each other. Namaste.